Hello everyone, it's Geesje. Welcome to my channel. I was doing some jelly printing yesterday and I created these gorgeous papers, and I'm figuring I'm going to show you today on how I go about it. So I'll tell you briefly how it goes. First I add red to my plate, spread it out, I pull the print, some of the paint stayed behind. I let this dry. My next layer is light blue, spread it out, pull the print, some of it also stayed behind. So I made sure that I didn't really rub everywhere to pull the print. I was doing it lightly, hoping that some would stay behind. Okay, so now the third layer is this green. Same thing again. I pull the print. Some of the green was also left behind on the plate. Then I would come in with a copper. This is a metallic copper. I spread the paint out, put a clean piece of paper on. I rubbed it real well so that it had contact everywhere. And then I let it sit for at least 10 minutes. And then I would pull the print, and then I would get something like this. Now, I did exactly the same thing with this print. Every time is different because you don't know where something will stay behind and how much of each color will stay behind. These two prints were done in the same manner, but I pulled the prints with a gold metallic, and you can see that maybe there's a lot more red in here, so more red stayed behind, and I might have put the basic layers on in a different order. Here I have two more. You can see how the metallic shines. These two papers were done with red, orange and yellow, and I pulled the print with the iridescent silver. Here I have two more, and these were pulled with a raw sienna, and this is not a metallic or an iridescent, so these are flatter. But you can do a whole lot of different things to make these gorgeous background papers. I'm going to use these papers as covers for a junk journal that I'm working on. Okay, let's make some. The papers I'm using an old book to pull the colored prints, and I'm using 28 pounds of copy paper to pull the final print. Here I have some tissue paper that I also once in a while use. Alright, I'm going to start with red. See if I can add a little bit. I've done this a few times and I think I always have too much paint on here. And this red is a very bright color, very saturated. It covers the plate quickly. I have my roll-off sheets over there. That looks good. I'm going to grab one of my sheets. I prefer to have my papers always put on the plate in this corner first. Then when I want to use it again, I can just line them up and be pretty close on how it's on the plate. Okay, let us see what we have here. I wonder what all these stripies are all about. I don't like these bigger blobs, so I'm just going to distribute them a little bit. It's pretty much dry, so I'm going to go ahead with a second color. I'm going to add blue. Probably also too much. Pulling the print. You never know how much stays on the plate and how much is being used. What is that all about? Okay. I think there's too much on here, so I'm going to use a tissue paper to get the rest off. You can use any paper. Okay, yeah, I like that. Now I'm going to wait for this to dry, but I wouldn't mind knowing what that is all about. I have these lines going on, and I think because maybe the surface is soft, that affects it. So I got a piece of glass that I taped to my table, and then I taped my plate again to it, so I hope it's going to be better. Now I'm going to add the green. And if you've done this a while, you can tell that this paper did not want to pick up any more paint. It is saturated. It's because I had too much paint on it. Let me grab my tissue paper and then we'll use it again. Carefully. You don't want to take too much off. Okay, now we're going to let this dry, and then I will add the last layer, the bronze. Now the last layer, bronze metallic. That looks good. And for the final pull, you want a clean sheet of paper. Rub the edges and the corners well, because they sometimes get forgotten. Now, I wasn't sure if I told you this in the beginning, but the first paint you put on will be the most visible. And the last paint you add will be on the back of your final paper. Okay, I've rubbed this really well. Hopefully everything is massaged into the paper. We're going to let this dry for at least 10 minutes. Okay, some time has passed and we're going to see how this turns out. I usually try to carefully pull this off. Sometimes your paper tears, and when I hear paper tearing, for instance over here, I will stop coming from this direction and I will start from a different direction so that the tear does not go any further. So this is what we have here. So as you can see, there's a lot of bronze here, so not a whole lot of the paints has stayed on. So every time is different, so you never get the same print twice. But they're going to still relate to each other as you use the same background paints. So I have 2 more over here. I had some mishap going on during filming, so this is the 3rd time I started filming this. And you can see they're all kind of different, but they're all kind of related. Although this is lighter than those 2, I think these 2 will fit together pretty good. So that was the project for today. I hope you enjoyed it and that it was useful for you. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section below. And we hope to see you in the next video. Bye!